Welcome to Interstage Left. I'm your host, Yvette Monique Clark. This is the spot where we kick it about all things theater, from on stage to backstage and even under the stage. We're talking stories, craft, and the passion that keeps the theater world alive. Let's get into it. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's always morning for me, honey. Yes, indeed. Today we have the fabulous Darius-Anthony Robinson in the building. Yes. So as you can tell, this night's already gonna be a treat. Okay, and you're welcome. How you doing today, love?
I am so wonderful.
Okay.
It has been a very adventurous morning.
Yeah. Heard.
But we're here. We did it.
We are here. So let's get started. Let's not cut up just yet. Let's get started. Okay, here we go. Serious. Okay. So the reason why I started this podcast, one of the reasons, is because it always fascinates me that we come from different places, different experiences, different backgrounds, and we all end up on the same stage, right? Yeah. And so I want to talk to people from the footlights to the spotlights. And so because as I always feel like as performers, we're like the lead singer in the band, but nobody wants to talk to the band.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to talk to everybody, and even what we do outside of acting and performing and everything, and how we sustain and all those kinds of things. So the first question I ask is, where are you from? And why are you in this business of show?
Oh, okay. I am from Dallas, Texas originally, which is where I actually am right now. And I don't know why I'm in it.
That is a fair answer.
You know what? I have been performing as long as I think I've had breath in my lungs.
Okay.
And it is just something that is so inherent. It runs through my veins.
Right.
It established itself in my bones.
Right.
So it's just what I know. Everything else that I do in life kind of revolves around the business of show.
Right. So I know that you do all the things.
All the things I can.
Acting, singing, dancing, choreographing, and educating.
Yeah.
So what I want to focus on today is the kids.
Okay.
Because they are the next generation, and the industry is changing rapidly.
Yes.
And will they be prepared for the onslaught? Right. So because it's coming. So what made you want to teach? First, I need to know, what age groups do you teach?
So now I have I kind of worked my way up. Now it's college.
Okay.
I was a part of the dance faculty at the New York Conservatory for Dramatic Arts until its recent closing.
Okay, sad.
Very sad. But I started out teaching praise dance.
Okay.
At my grandmother's church to all my cousins. That's okay. Really started teaching. And then once I started getting more training under my belt with some of like the greatest choreographers, some of the greatest dance instructors, dancers, I started to kind of find where the rhythm was and my audience, which demographic I wanted to teach. So I started out, teaching kids, then babies. And then I started a dance program at an after school, or kind of like a theater program. They wanted a dance component. So I started their dance program. And those were for, grades 5 through seniors in high school.
Okay.
And as I start, and again, educating was working parallel to me choreographing adults in theater as well as performing.
Right.
So I really had to learn a different language than I was used to choreographing adults and learning how to talk to kids. But that started growing, but also my desire to educate this next generation started growing. So then I started really wanting to work with adults. I started a dance company, with a few of my friends, and
I lost you for a second. Let's see if we can make you come back. As you are stuck, my friend. Okay, y'all. So we had a little technical difficulty because this is the world that we living in. So we back, and so we're gonna continue with Darius explaining how he got to where he got teaching the kids. Okay.
Yes, teaching the kids. I was saying that I started a dance company with some friends, and that was also teaching me how to approach different, uh, you know, different walks of life entering the dance world. I found my place when I was a guest clinician. Um, I think this was 2007. And it was college students who were anxious and they were ready and they were hungry. They were hungry for whatever was coming next in their journey in theater, in dance especially. And I kind of found my place. So I knew the age that I needed to reach, that I wanted to reach, were kids who had left high school, who were into their studies in college, and who needed to be prepared for what was coming next.
Right.
So that's really where I got started, knowing I wanted to continue in another facet of being an educator, because I saw how hungry they were and what they wanted out of me as the teacher.
Right.
And that actually inspired me more. I kept wanting to do it. I was like, let's go. Come on to the floor.
So what kind of student are you?
Oh, what kind of student? I am I'm a hungry student. Any information I get, I need to devour it and I need to get it in my system.
Yeah.
And then I want to apply it as soon as I learn it.
Okay.
And even teaching, I'm probably just as hungry as those kids are. Like, we both feeding each other at the table.
Okay.
So yeah, I think I've always been that way. Like, even when I was actually studying, I couldn't help but want to keep learning. I was like, okay, I got that, on to the next thing. Let's keep going. Let's keep moving. Let's go.
What do you want your students to take away from you when they move on from you? What are you hoping to instill in them when they leave whatever program that you're teaching?
That their possibility is endless. They can do whatever they dream up. At some point, we as artists, we get stuck because we haven't gotten cast in a while, and we haven't been on stage in a minute. So then we're stuck in this world of, okay, let me do my survival job, or let me pivot, or let me keep chasing, as opposed to dreaming up something new, dreaming up a new idea. A lot of my students who have come across my studio have only dared to dream about dancing and being a dancer in all of their body types. And once they walk in my classroom, the first thing I say is, I want you to write a paper saying where you want to be at the end of this year. And dream big. Where do you want to be at the end of the year? And then when the end of the year comes and they've not only reached where they said they wanted to, but they've gone further. That is what I want them to walk out of my classrooms and my studios knowing that they can do it. It's limitless, and have that confidence within themselves to dream big. I want them to have that. And I think that's, so often, especially when I was growing up in the dance world and learning, I had teachers who were very strict, but they didn't give me that confidence of, you can do anything. You don't look like other dancers, but you can do more.
Right.
And I want my students, and I'm hoping that my former students and the students I've had have learned that from me, is that they can do whatever they set up for themselves to do. And I think it's great when they do. Watching them achieve is just the ultimate. Just watching their faces get it. Like when it clicks, it clicks. And I feel like, yeah, do that. Keep going. Go on, go further than what we're doing right now. Keep pushing.
Yeah. So you teach dance, is what you teach.
Yes, I teach dance. I've kind of branched out recently, do master classes since the pandemic. I am a singer first.
Okay.
But there was something about dance that, learning it, studying it, that just made me want to teach that. That discipline is what I wanted to teach.
Yeah.
So yeah, singing and doing master classes, yes, of course, but dancing is the passion of where I want to be as an educator.
Okay. What lesson do you think that theater teaches your students about life? Like, what lessons can they learn from being in theater? Because people take the arts very lightly, as if they're not important to humanity. So what lessons can theater teach, or dance, or whatever art they choose? What lessons can it teach them?
So I say this all the time in class, is that you have to embrace all of the F's, right? You got to embrace the failures. You got to embrace the fuck ups. You got to embrace the fights. You got to embrace all the F's. Because if you don't, you're already defeated.
Yes.
If you walk out there and you say,
there's another F, you're already finished.
Right. Absolutely. All the F's, just embrace them, love them. Baby, let me tell you, and I use it for myself, because it's just a part of it. The show I just wrapped, baby, I had so many quick changes, and I'm literally leading the show, narrating the show, popping in and out, and consecutively, one show, my fly was down the whole time. and no matter how much my dresser said, fly, baby, I walked out on that stage, just zip her down. You embrace it and you say, okay. Fuck that one up. Moving on.
Yes, maybe the audience assumed that was part of your character that night.
And honestly, we should have charged them extra for that ticket.
Because they did not pay for that.
Okay.
Amen?
It was an extra show they got. But it's just a part of it. We walk through life, and if we keep putting our head down about the stuff that we messed up on and the failures and all of this stuff, we forget the wins of it. It doesn't make the wins feel great.
Right.
I messed up. It was terrible. Isn't it awful? Let's laugh about it. The next show is brilliant. Heck yeah. Y'all see me nail that fly? Zipped. And you learn from it and you grow from it. And I think that's the best part of going into whatever it is. I have students who are now marine biologists, far away from this, and they still tell me that they carry those lessons with them.
Yes.
I had speaking of my student who, my former dance student who went into marine biology, reached out because she thought she's in Australia. And she was like, I thought this was really funny because I got my data incorrect and it put the whole team behind by 2 days. But I kept remembering that I had to just live in it. I had to embrace the fact that I messed up. We here now. She said, I have never been so meticulous since. She said, but it made everybody else around me step up so that the whole team could keep moving forward. And I was like, yes.
Right.
Embrace it. That'll help other people step up too.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And then everybody's winning. Everybody in the orbit is winning.
Is winning. Is winning.
And I just love that. I think I'm hopeful that those students carry it. I know I carry it wherever they choose to go in life. If they stay in theater, if they stick with dance, if they choose to become an educator, I hope that they carry that with them, is that you just got to embrace it, love it, and say, all right, let's move on. Let's get some wins under us too.
Whatever it is. Whatever it is. I know that a lot of people, all of us, go through people who have these brutal ways of teaching, right? And do you think that we as veterans and educators have an emotional responsibility when we shape these young people so that we can stop the trauma of becoming a performer?
100%. 1000%. Because those traumatic experiences don't help, they hinder.
Yes.
You don't go back to the pep talk of you falling and your teacher saying, okay, now you see what you did wrong? Now get up, let's do it again. You got this. We don't go back to that moment.
No.
We go back to the hurt of it, the embarrassment of it. I had those ballet teachers who were like, do we all see this? This is incorrect. Everyone look at how incorrect that is. That is crazy.
Yes.
That is not a world I want to set up for this next generation. Yes. I want them to always remember that fall. And when you fall, get up. And I'm going to speak to you, just you and me.
Right.
You can do this.
Right.
You're probably going to fall a couple more times too.
Mm-hmm.
But you need to keep doing it until you get it right. And I'm not going to get up off of you until I see you get it right.
Yes.
Because you can do it.
Right.
That's our job as educators, is to see the potential in that student, nurture it, and let it grow. We are an extension of parenthood. We are the other side of, we need to educate you in this field, but we also need to make sure that we're doing it in a way that there's love in there, that there's trust in there, that you can always come back and ask if you need to. I feel like that is the duty of a good educator, especially nowadays. These kids have seen
too much.
We've seen a lot. But baby, these kids grew up in it.
Yes. Yes.
They grew up in this crazy world.
Yes.
And the most that we can do is tell them it's okay. You and I are gonna get through this together.
Yes.
Till I get you to the finish line, because that's my charge.
Yes. Because I don't. Go ahead, baby.
No, I was saying I think that's it's so important now to make sure that they have that space, that clarity to be able to say, me and my generation we are fighting out there. I don't need to come in here and fight mentally with myself about something I've been dreaming about doing. That's wild.
Yes, yes, yes.
And to be very honest, I'm tired. I'm old. Yeah. I need them out there fighting. Keep going. Then get in here and you work.
Yes, yes, yes.
But there has to be that ultimately trust in me, their trust in me, to say, here's what I have. I'm trusting you to care for it. That's a big thing.
Yeah. I think it's time for theater to be what it claims to be.
Yes.
You know, open and inclusive and equitable and all of those things, and liberal and accepting, because that ain't what's happening. That ain't what's been happening. And so
the words look pretty on paper,
don't they? They look good when you type them out in Comic Sans.
Not Comic Sans. No, not even Times New Roman, Lord.
So it I feel like that has to change, and it's changing. It's just that it's a lot of anyway. Yeah, that's gonna take me down another path.
Listen, I was with you though. I was like, okay. I said, you hopped in the convertible. I'm gonna hop with you. I'm gonna get in there.
All right, Thelma. But
okay. But it really is wild that we as educators who are veterans of the stage, we're standing in front of these kids.
Yes.
And we're telling them stories about what it was like, how I did this. Right. Meanwhile, we are still being talked to like none of the stuff that we done did, that the inclusion ain't included. I'm just saying, it's very difficult to get up there and try to talk to these kids knowing what this business does.
Right.
And though I love it, it is very hard to still have to, baby, I can't fight the government and fight Broadway at the same time. I'm tired. Yeah. One of y'all gonna have to give. I just want
to sing something. I don't want to. Can I just sing and dance and act and say some words? Can I?
And keep my lights on and food in the fridge.
Yes, I mean, these are simple things in life, honey. Seems like that's too much. So that's where it leads to my next question. Are we preparing them for the real entertainment industry?
Okay. My hope is that I am.
Okay.
But I know that what I am preparing them for is not what they're going to face. I'm giving them hope. I am giving them hope and making sure that they're working hard and making sure that they stay conditioning themselves, that they know that their vocal warm-ups work hand in hand with their body warm-up.
Right.
You know, you warm up that body while you warming up that voice, because it's a 2-show day. You got to know how both of those work.
Yes.
But preparing them for something hopeful, at the end of it, I know that I have not properly prepared them for the reality of it. I tell them, you won't, you know, you may not get cast for 6 months. Okay. What are you going to do then? Are you going to stay in class, or are you going to work these jobs? And like, how are you going to navigate this?
Right.
That's how you're going to survive. But then when the real reality of this business finally gets to them, it's hard. It's a little hard to watch.
Yeah.
Because I will get a message that's, I went in for my 6th callback. Is this normal?
Yes.
It is. And baby squirrel, I wish I could tell you that it was your last, but it might not be. You're probably looking at maybe 4 more months of it.
Yeah.
So just keep showing up.
Yes.
And do your big one every time.
Yes.
Because that's the reality. What I have prepared them for was the hope that you go in, you audition, they call you back, and then they're like, it's you, we want you.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't want them, I don't want you to go. And sometimes it'll take you a year.
Yes, yes.
And then once you get the contract, the producers may say, you know what, we don't have enough money. We're not going to Broadway this year. Probably looking at 2 more years, or I don't know when.
Right.
That's the reality.
Right.
Preparing them for the hope it's just preparing them for the hope.
Right.
And knowing that this stuff can happen. But then when it really does get to them, you know, they kind of have to go on it on their own. They got to navigate it for themselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because, you know, I've done all I can do.
Yeah.
And then sadly enough, they see the inner workings, and it's sometimes not great.
Makes people leave and do something else sometimes. Yeah.
And it's sad because these kids, I mean, this generation now wants it. They want it. They want the dream. And their dreams aren't like what mine was. My dream was Broadway or bust.
Right.
And then you know, Broadway shows up, and then off-Broadway shows up, and then regional, and you find regional is great. Mm-hmm. I can travel, and I can be somewhere still, right. And the tours are great. But these kids are like, oh, no, I want to do it all. Their minds are already where I wish mine had been.
Right. Right.
And I love that. I love that they are not limiting themselves. They're ready for it. They're like, a cruise? Yeah, I'll do it. 6 months? Cool.
I wish I could be on a cruise for 6 months. I cannot.
Baby, that time has passed for me.
Yeah. I started when the time had already passed, you see. So I already knew that wasn't my ministry.
It took me a couple before I found out that wasn't my ministry. And I said, because if the bath water gets a little too rocky for me now, I get sick. I cannot be on a ship for 6 months. I can't do it. I know myself.
Yes, and storms and carrying on. No.
But
in the middle of the waters? No. Mm-mm.
But girl, and I went and saw a friend of mine who works consistently on cruise ships. He has not had a permanent address in probably about 10 years because it's cruise ship after cruise ship. I went and saw him do his show. He's in my brain, I thought it was one show. Like he does the one show, and you know, it was great. They perform every night. That baby performs in 3 different shows and 1 big musical, the whole musical. And then they also do like meet and greets where some of the cast walk around the ship during the day. And I was like, oh, nope. We are on international waters. I don't know what time it is, and y'all trying to wake me up to go out. No. I know me, not my ministry anymore.
I've had just about enough. Social media has taken over our lives, right? And so, for better or worse. But college programs haven't changed, and training programs haven't changed to teach business and branding alongside performance, and yet they expect them to have 50,000 followers and have a social media presence and have branding, and they don't know how to do that. How do you feel about the weight of the business doing this and education not catching up?
Oh goodness, how long is this? How long we got to do? Whew.
You got all the time you need to answer that question, because I'm trying to find an answer too.
Here's what the sad thing is that learning business, learning your brand was a skill we picked up in school.
Right.
In college, we were learning, business components. So we knew how to market properly. We knew how to negotiate a contract. We knew our percentage. We were learning those things. And now what social media has done is it's given them shortcuts to those things.
Yeah.
It's also given them, I'm going to say it, nobody out there in the world hate me. It has given them and afforded them the possibilities that they have not earned.
Okay.
Learning all the social media stuff, learning TikTok and learning Instagram and learning all of these different facets of social media have made a shortcut as opposed to going through all of the necessary steps to learn, like really learn.
Right.
So instead of going to, your business classes or, your marketing classes, you learn from a friend who's Instagram famous, how to properly brand themselves on Instagram.
Right.
And with that, you are not learning the personality interaction.
Right.
Human face-to-face interaction.
Right.
But you know how to stitch together a reel in 30 seconds to show off your best.
Right.
And then when it comes down to an interview, you don't know how to talk to somebody.
Yes.
It's influencing a lot. Yes. And I'm not knocking those kids out there who are doing it.
Right.
Because we've had to learn it. We've also had to learn it. But it's also causing just a little bit of a rift for that in-person interaction, which is kind of sad because they miss it. They miss learning a real brand, who they are on the core, what's outside of the 30 seconds, the 60-second clips, what's outside of there? What do you stand for? What are you willing to negotiate with yourself of who you are? And I feel like it's a little sad. It's a shortcut and it's getting results, as we can see on Broadway.
Yes, it's getting results.
And sometimes I gotta ask the young folk, who is that? Who is this baby that's starring on this Broadway show?
I know no one.
And they're like, oh, yeah. TikTok.
I don't know.
40 million viewers.
Right.
6,100 million subscribers.
Right.
And people are taking note. Producers are taking note. which unfortunately they've now added as a component to who they cast.
Right. What you're following. So now aside from us having to learn to do your show, you want us to put butts in the seats.
Right.
So then I need a cut of your producer's money. Is that
because they don't give you that money?
No, they don't give you that money. So if I'm filling your seats,
right?
I feel like a cut should be. Am I?
It took me 2 days to do this online and put music to it and to get people to come see the show, and now I don't get that. That's my money.
Yes, that's my money. So see, I said that out loud, and I don't know if I'm gonna get in trouble for it. But the fact
I know. But you know, listen,
that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing.
It's where we are, and it's crazy. I had never experienced it except for what are we, 26? 3 years ago. 3 years ago, I was in an in-person audition, and the casting director legitimately asked me what my Instagram handle was. I just sang, belted to the heavens. The clouds parted. The angel said, "You did good." And I was like, "Thank you." And he just looks at me and goes, "What's your Instagram handle?" And looks it up. Right there in that audition room. And looked it up. And I'm standing there going, "You want to hear a second song?"
Baby, I think the way I would have walked out of that audition room and been like, "Thank you for seeing me," and walked out. That's crazy to me.
It's wild. It's wild. But that's where we are. And
that's where we are.
Though I'm trying to keep up with the Joneses.
Yeah.
But I'm tired.
Because the way we came into this, we have to pivot, right?
Yeah. But you know, I think the best thing about the veterans is we know how to pivot.
Okay, yeah.
We learned how to pivot, you know? Whether it be we want you to do the riff part, or we're gonna do Aida and we need a couple more singers. Can you sing legit? That's the pivot we know.
Yeah, that's the pivot we know.
Yeah. That's the pivot we know.
Yeah.
And now we're having to do it to our brand, ourselves, you know? Which I'm telling you, I'm not mad about it, because the veterans, we doing our big one. Because baby, you started this podcast and I said, go off, talk about it. Talk about it. That's a pivot. Listen to the words.
Pivot. Yeah. Yeah.
But it's the space. And I think these older people are, I don't even know if it's a pivot. I think you're just creating your own table. You picking out your own chairs, and you inviting people to come sit down at that table if you want them there.
Yep.
And that's where I am. That's where I'm at.
Yep. Yeah.
Because the pivot is like, I need something for me. I need something that I am over, that I can say what I want to say and be peaceful about it.
Yes. Because as a performer, we're always giving, but we don't have anything to fill us up.
Right.
And so I had an interview the other day, and I'm paraphrasing, and he said, "I only deal with people who are worthy of my essence." And I said, "Wait a minute, let me put that on the paper, because what you said? What you say?"
That's going on a business card.
I said, "What'd you say?" I paraphrase it, but that's the gist. Worthy of my essence.
That's real. That's real.
Almost laid out.
Baby, you got shouting music you want to play?
I almost leapt out the seat. You understand?
Man, that's a word right there.
Shoot. Get back to these questions. Wait a minute. No, but this is good. I want to talk. This is good. what excites you most about the new crop of babies that's coming up? Right.
What excites me about this new crop of babies? I honestly, it's their vision. If I could see how they are looking at their future, like I just want to see how they see it.
Right.
Because their vision is like, we teach it, like, it's endless. Your dreams are endless, but they see it. They see it before they walk across that stage in high school. And it's nothing like I've ever seen before. Because I've seen, different crops of kids come through, right. All adults now, and more kids come through. And I watch either the light grow bigger or I watch it dim. And for some reason, this new crop of kids coming up, like their vision and the lights that they see are so big. They're just big. They see it. They see how to build the light just in case it go out. They know where all the electrical outlets in case it gets unplugged. They got candles ready to go. Like, their vision is wild, and it does not just exist on the stage. That's what's crazy.
Okay.
It doesn't exist on the stage. It goes beyond it. We talk about the social media platform. They do it, but then it's like, oh no. I'm not just gonna be an influencer. Like, I want to do Broadway, and then I want to have like a Broadway show, and then I want to go and do this. I want to open a theater. Like, what? 22. They literally, I want to do 3 shows, then I want to go to the West End, and I want to do like 2 shows over there, and then I want to open up my own theater in my hometown of Kalamazoo. I don't know. Their vision is wild. I'm so excited, and it is inspiring to see.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited for them because they don't have limitations, because this business has not gotten to them like that yet. So they are just, they want to change. They want to change the world. But seeing that vision, I'm like, y'all gonna end up changing this business too.
And that's what the hope is.
Yeah.
They will not stand for it.
Okay. Like, these kids talking about opening up a theater after they've done this and this. And I'm like, yeah, I don't just want to be on Broadway. I want to be an artistic director. Okay. Yes, please. Go off. Do you need my headshot and resume right now? It may change.
Right.
But remember your teacher. I'm going to still be treading the boards.
Hook me up.
Hook me up. If y'all doing it, listen, I'm available. Unless it's on a boat, then count me out.
Oh, you're making me sweat up in here. Arts projects, arts programs are the first thing that goes on the chopping block. In budget.
You said what about the arts program? Sorry.
Yeah, I said arts programs are the first to get cut when the budgets come in, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do we fight harder to keep them? Is there anything we can do? Do we lay down in front of the doors of the theater? Do we?
Honey, let me tell you, I don't, and this is a real, I don't know.
Yeah.
I watched, being an advocate, you watch constantly for when shifts happen, especially with arts programs, you want to make sure that your students are taken care of, your fellow faculty is taken care of. But unfortunately, political rant, when the current administration happened, I watched programs fold.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, we got to combat this. I'm going to stand with y'all. What we doing? And then it hit my front door. And the school that I had only been at the school for 4.5 years.
Right.
And the school that had been, was about to celebrate their 53rd anniversary. Watching them close their doors. Because 76% of our student body was made up of international students. So watching them close their doors, I didn't know where the fight was anymore.
Right.
Because I was going through the suffering of it.
Right.
I was having to clean out my studio and, send out emails to my students saying, I need you all to stay calm. And I want you make sure you're listening to, what, our officers are saying. Make sure don't let this diminish the progress you've made.
Right.
Keep going.
Right.
That now, I don't know. I don't know where. I'm gonna say it's gotta be in the hands of these kids.
Yes.
Because us teachers are having to pack up and move to the next school, or we're still having to carry the weight of life, because we grown. And no matter how many town halls or city council meetings that we speak at, it's up to these kids. It's gonna be up to these kids to say something.
Yeah.
I was just watching the news a few days ago, and this school, the orchestra and the band were playing this piece that celebrated the 50th anniversary of Stonewall riots. The orchestra leader had sent out, a letter to parents earlier in the year saying, this is what we're doing. If you want to opt out, now is the time, because it's the beginning of the school year. You have time before we start rehearsing.
Right.
And then watching the school board shut it down. Like, we're in May. In April, they said, no, you can't play it. And these kids have worked the whole year. Watching them tell a program, no, you can't do this. And then I watched the entire student body walk out and protest. And the local news channel interviewed it was a football player. And he said, some of these kids play for us on the football team. Like, the band plays for us. If somebody told me after practicing all year, we couldn't do our final game, no, I'm standing with them. It's going to be up to these babies.
Yeah.
Because I think because they've had to grow up in a world that looks just crazy.
Yeah.
Like.
Yes. Their whole existence has been madness.
Madness. I think what they are experiencing, because they've had to grow up faster than we ever thought we could. We know when the street lights come on, you got to be at home. All they know is just being at home.
Yeah.
Them babies was learning algebra for 2 whole years in the confines of their own home.
Yeah.
I think they might be a little fed up when people tell them they can't do something.
Yeah.
That's on the right side of right.
You hit that nail right on the head. They like, I'm done with y'all telling me what I.
Yeah. They said, wait a minute, this ain't hurting nobody. Oh, no, we've had enough. We've had enough. I really think the future of arts programming and arts funding is going to end up being in their hands. It's got to be, because, girl, we are out here making sure brown and black people stay with their families and getting smoked in the streets. We do, like, the grown folks is handling that.
Right.
These young kids are like, oh, arts program? No, we got that. We got you on that one. Y'all keep up that real fight. We gonna fight this one.
Yeah.
I really do. And watching the solidarity of those young people just come together.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's where the future is going to end up going, is with them. Yeah. And I'm excited about that, because they are.
Yeah.
Seeing high school students and seeing college kids say, you are not going to take this away from us.
Yeah.
Because this is a dream I've had.
Right.
Girl, they fighting.
And they're trying to take their right to protest away from them. Yeah.
And the fact that those kids are going, oh, no, we're not doing that.
Okay. We're still walking out.
We're still walking out.
You gonna lock me up? You gonna lock us up? We're still walking out.
They said, but I hope y'all got enough cuffs for the whole school.
Because we're walking out. Because children don't have fear. And you can't scare these children because of what they are witnessing on a daily basis.
Right.
You can't threaten them.
And it's wild. On a daily basis, they are watching what they know is not right happening.
Yes.
They know it.
Yes.
And for them,
why grown-ups are not fixing it.
And they looking at us like, what happened? Didn't y'all go through this?
Yes.
Yes. Why are we doing this again?
I don't, people that did it still alive. Ooh, this about to turn into a whole nother.
I'm telling you, and they really don't have any fear about it.
No. And they shouldn't have any fear about it.
They are. I said, walk on, walk tall too.
Yes, walk on. Ooh, this interview took a whole nother turn. I don't even know where I'm going with this.
Okay, it's all right. We
here. Wait a minute. None of these questions seem important anymore. Wait a minute. We done traversed into all. Yeah, wait a minute. Let me find me something.
Okay.
Let's get back on track. All right. I got one more question.
Okay.
About teaching.
Okay.
What's more important to teach first? Discipline, confidence, or technique?
You know what? I had to replay the answer. Technique.
Okay.
Technique first.
Yes.
Because when you get the technique, then the disciplines may vary, right? But the technique is always there.
Right.
And I even say this to like voice students. If you have proper technique, no matter where you venture to, the technique is always going to be solid. That is foundation.
Yes.
That is the foundation of the house.
Yes.
Building that house is all technique.
Yes.
Now, the discipline, however, you can change the wallpaper color, you can change the furniture. That's all you. But you still have the foundation.
Yes.
And the confidence that comes with knowing your technique and being free to roam in those different disciplines. Right. That's how it all works together, you know? But that confidence also comes from good and proper teaching.
Yes.
My confidence will exude because I had someone believe in me.
Right.
When I didn't, when I couldn't believe in myself.
Right. Absolutely.
Somebody took the time to look me dead in the eye in a room full of people and say, get up and do it again.
Yes.
Because you can.
Yes. Yes.
And I won't let you not at least try.
Yes.
And that's, I think that's the, out of everything, even me, I still have to think about that. Of course, I still got dance trauma. That's okay. I know that I have had some very good teachers who taught me proper technique.
Right.
And then when I moved into different disciplines of dance, the confidence that I could do it was there. It showed up.
Right. Right.
And then I started really believing in myself.
Right.
And you know me.
Yes, I do.
I'm like, if it's one thing I'm gonna do is show it for myself.
Yeah.
I'll sing a high E and do a twirl.
I'll sing the octave down and stand on 0.
Okay, and still end up on 0.
Oh my heavens. So I do this thing called stage left quickies. Where I ask some rapid fire questions, things you should know because they are, in your wheelhouse, and you just blurt out an answer.
Okay.
Okay. Dance call or vocal callback?
Vocal callback.
8 counts or 16 bars?
16.
Golden age or contemporary musical theater?
Golden age.
I think I know the answer to this one, but I'm asking anyway. Tap shoes or character heels?
Character heels.
One take wonder or rehearsal room perfectionist?
Ooh, rapid fire. Rehearsal room perfectionist. Oof.
Okay. Dream role you're ready for right now?
Hasn't been written yet.
Role you would never do again?
How much time we got? Role I would never do again. Oh, goodness. Okay. Japheth and Cain. Children of Eden.
Okay.
And only because that was a tough. It was tough. And I'm old now.
It was one of them. I fall back on the wings. You fall down and can't
breathe. And that show keeps going and going, and you just get a little. I'm like, Schwartz, sir, you could have cut a couple of numbers from this one.
Oh my goodness. Darius, sweetie, I want to thank you for coming on my show today.
Oh my goodness.
Which I knew it would be. I did not doubt.
We had a time.
It was a time.
It was a time. Thank you for having me. Thank you so much. This has been a treat.
Oh my God, it was so fun.
It was a blast. Now, see, they gonna look at this and they gonna be like, "Oh Lord, they cut up the whole time."
I know they cut up the whole time. Them fools.
Them fools just cackling. But thank you so much. I love this show. I love what you're doing.
Thank you. All right. Take care, and I'll see you soon.
Absolutely.
All right, baby. Mwah.
Bye.
Bye.